Oh, yay, it's over. It's all over. What a freaking joke, Hog. They're celebrating because at the beginning of the week, they told everybody because inflation has slowed down that everything is all fixed. It's just a freaking lie, dude. You know?
Yeah.
Just a freaking lie. We got some, I got Hog with me here, guys, and we're starting the show together before we get to the stocks later on. We've got some bad economic chart numbers here. Hog, are you ready to dive into these without the pom-pom talk because we don't carry the pom-poms here?
Yeah, dude, let's get into this.
We're gonna get into this, Hog. Our first chart we have here is the United States Philly Fed new orders. It's this chart with the calendar has hit its lowest level since 2008. Can you do you have any questions about this chart so far by looking at it and how to read it?
Well, Mike, tell the people what this is.
Okay, so this is the Philly Fed manufacturing index based on order outlook survey of manufacturers in the 3rd Federal Reserve District. Participants report the direction and change of overall business activity in various measures or activity at the plants, employment, working hours, and all new unfilled orders, shipments, and inventories, delivery times, prices, paid and received. The index indicates 0, indicates factory growth or 0 contraction. So right here, you're basically at levels since 2008. It's the lowest manufacturing orders level since 2008. What happened in 2008, Hog?
What happened in 2008?
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of good things.
Shit, right?
Yeah, dude. Since 2008, I mean, if we're looking at 2008 numbers, I don't remember a lot of good things in 2008.
No, neither do I. I remember going to a lot of houses where people were locked out of their homes. I know that.
Yeah,
and there was basically items left inside their house and possessions. And we had to go in and the bank had us change the locks on the houses. I remember that. See, a lot of you don't remember this. And the bad thing is some people are like, well, we haven't hit 1970s levels yet. You have no idea the hell that they're about to put you through. This is just a happy pom-pom Christmas. The little freaking Santa Clauses running around. The reindeers are going a little crazy. Everything's good. I'm going to show you another bad chart, and you guys are going to flip out when you see this. Okay, so when there's silencio right there, that's a good thing, Mike. I'm going to switch charts because that's when we'll know when to edit, all right? So, and this is courtesy of War Room Steve Cortez, and he was basically left MSDNC. Steve Cortez did just because they were basically full of crap, and he decided to do his own thing with Steve Bannon on War Room. So this right here is the chart on retail sales month versus prior. You're looking at November versus this month, and that on the left being December, and November is that month. Gas stations plus 4.8% in retail sales. You're negative 0.1. Autos, negative 2.3. Hog, I wonder why they're negative 2.3. Could that be in autos because it's too damn expensive to buy a car and interest rates are crazy?
Yeah, dude. It's like people don't want to, they don't want to wake up and, smell the roses because it's like, dude, that's what I've seen, especially with the housing, man. You've got sellers who don't want to drop the prices. And but then you've got reality that's here and stating the demand's going down because people are spending less. And it's interesting to see, dude.
Then you have this big whopper, building materials. Guys, you're going to see this one grow and grow. It's at negative 2.5%. You could see in some of your areas, if you have new construction going around, the builders are cranking out the specs. They were doing the specs the past 3 months, trying to get as many houses built to freaking before Powell raised the rates again, and they were raised. So you're at a negative 2.5% on this. Also, luxury item, furniture, negative 2.6 versus 2.2% plus in November. So, Hog, we're seeing a contraction. some of you out with your pom-poms and everything think, oh, because I've heard about this on Stock Twits. I've had people reach out to me and say, these guys that are the shorters out there, they have no idea what they're talking about, because I see what you guys are seeing. I'm seeing a huge contraction, and they're just buying the Kool-Aid. And I'm like, well, they're the ones that are going to get freaking stuck in this this bad mess. So you have that right there. That's pretty concerning there as well, isn't that, Hawk?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, and this is where the trends are going. So I wouldn't. Unfortunately, I don't see any reason to believe that they're gonna go back up anytime soon.
No, these elections before, they have consequences, guys. They have very, very bad consequences. You're about to experience an economic hell, regardless of what the outhouse tells you that things are going well. What have they been right on? Were they right on JFK? No. Was Oswald a lone nut? No. So, what else do we got here? Other stuff I can't say on the platform because they'll censor me. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. Well,
anyway,
furniture's down too, and like I've had to buy furniture recently, and like that's the same situation, dude. You got these prices that are not falling, and yet the demand's going down. It's like, dude, is people don't want to realize that they've got to lower these prices. They got to figure out how to cut costs.
Yeah, this is not a good situation. The other bad part, which I'm going to go into, is the China situation, which we're going to go into another chart here. And their economy is attached to us, and it's not looking good for them. And since we're attached, it's not looking good for us. So you might not think whatever happens there doesn't affect here. You better believe it does happen if it does here. So we're going to go to the next chart here in a second here. We have the Dow Jones Industrial Charts, one of Hog's favorite charts. Okay, Hog, do you see the chart where it says 34,712?
Yeah.
That's the happy talk of the alphabet news, and that's where the stock market gained at the beginning of last week when everybody was like, oh, yay, the inflation's over. Go, hey, ho, ho, we're saved. The regime's saved. No, it's not. And then Biden came out and said everything was good and all that. Okay, so you see the chart start to trend south there, correct?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it goes to Skyfall. It's like, Skyfall going through the window. And that's not how the song goes, but anyway. The last 3-day average after that, the Dow shredded and puked 1,500 points to the negative. That's basically regional banks backing off. Not your JP Morgans, not your Chases, things like that, your other banks. They're saying that this is a new fourth quarter low right here. You can see down in the chart right there. I'll put the mouse on it. You're down to 33,016 right there. It's basically telling us that the economic crisis is worsening. So retail sales are down. As you saw, the retail sales numbers, which we talked about, those are puking. You're not going to see 2019 December sales. I can already tell you that now. If anything, if you did possibly see it, which the alphabet media could mimic it, it could be from higher prices, maybe be from inflation, but I highly doubt it. You're not going to see if we already have in our economic numbers that when someone goes to Walmart, they're buying they're skipping the gallon of milk and they're buying the half gallon. You can only imagine what the retail numbers are. And the other thing, whatever the regime puts out, you can't even believe, because they won't even put out documents about the JFK assassination. They are holding them back. They had to have a newscaster basically get a secret source basically saying something else about the assassination that totally what the rest of the public in the court of public opinion. So you can only imagine what they say. That's why nobody believes you guys. Honestly, that's why nobody believes you guys.
No,
so
dude,
we're going to go
selective. They're just selectively choosing what to report on and what not to.
Yeah. You don't have journalists anymore, Hog. Right now you have activist journalists is what you got. So you have activist journalists in the system. So
true that.
I'm going to bring up the next chart. We'll be back in 2 and 2. See you in a few. It's the KRE regional bank chart back 1 year. and then to current levels as well. So this is a 1-year history of that KRE. Obviously, a year ago it was better than today, because as you can see, we're the red arrow line. And some of you might be saying, well, why are we covering this on a stock show? Hog, it covers your stocks. Your stocks are, all these charts that I'm showing you are affecting your stocks and your portfolio. You might not think that, but these are the most important charts. So if you're trading stocks and you don't follow these, or you don't know what you're doing, you obviously do not know what you're doing when you're trading. So you have to know this. That's why we're telling you that, because we're getting a lot of people that are shorting on the boards. And I don't like to put it up every week, Hog. I don't know about you, but do you like to put up the Salute Your Shorts for the show with from the Salute Your Short show, where we have the underwear flying on the flagpole? Is the KRG. Okay, guys. So you're asking, what is the KRE regional banks back? Okay, guys. So if you're asking what the Okay, guys, so if you're asking what the KRE regional banks chart is, it covers the regional banks segment for the S&P total market index that tracks the broad U.S. equity market. So with that, the chart in the bond market has the inverted yield curve, as you can see right down here, which is very, very disturbing and bad. It basically means, for the inverted yield curve, means short-term rates versus the higher long-term. The bond market is more it's basically saying that the bond market is more pessimistic than the Fed is, and China is basically in a free fall here. So unfortunately, some of you might be saying, "Oh, that's cool, take down the CCP. The China is in free fall." It comes with a catch. The catch is that we go at the free fall as China goes at the free fall, because last time in the 70s, when you had a problem with Carter and things, we weren't that far attached yet with China, because we were just getting into it with Nixon and things like that, when he was introducing us to the red machine. But now that's different. We are so attached with them. As China goes, we go. So unfortunately, this is bad for us. And even if you're not pals with the CCP or anything like that, this is not a good situation. So what I would say to everybody on that is that be careful, watch your wallet, and I hope you enjoy the charts. And I'm going to go to the next stock. Stock we have is PDPG. Performance Drink Group Incorporated. Last tick was 0.0150. This is coming from a promotion chart, guys. So you need to watch clearly as far as what you're trading. The resistance is starting to pop up on this one. We are seeing the resistance starting to pop up on this one. It looked kind of interesting. It was a sub, so we decided to cover it. Obviously, February 2022, that world is gone. It's not going to return the 2021s, but Performance Drink Incorporated is engaged in identifying the opportunities in real estate business. The company was founded in 1997, is headquartered in Ponte Verde Beach, Florida, and I'm sure they do something else besides real estate. We went on to StockTwits, because that's where the real traders are at. We went on Twitter, too, to find out any information, because there was some news, but it was old week news. We're trying to figure out why this is popping up again. Jeff Kenosi, can't pronounce his name right, says $33 million revenue cash flowing into the company, $100 million into the company number 2, PDG. I plan to deliver another mega merger for PD. Stay tuned, y'all. Let's see. We have Disgruntled Pelican says, I see you're back to screw more people out of their money. I smell a pile of shit. Guys, do we have another? Pump up the jam. Pump it up a little more. Won't you do it? We have Later Gator 55 says, laugh out loud. This will burn another pump and dump. Why do you people trust his side? You have I Like BB Stock says, I grabbed a bunch down here at 007. Nothing changed since it hit near 3 except cheaper. Guys, if you're new and you're in paper trading, or you need to be in paper trading, please don't touch this stock at all. I don't want to see you guys get taken at all. 12 Turbo says just low lying and dying. OTC, pump up the jam. Performance drink, end of the day, December 13th, 2022. So we have a lot of news from December 13th. Don't want to cross on the board. Don't understand why this is popping. Let's go to the website and I'll review it one more time for all the newbies that hadn't seen it. Guys, I'm on Performance Drink Fruit's Twitter feed. I do not see anything with a website. It would be nice to have something with a website or anything like that. But unfortunately, we have a bunch of pom-pom talk with all this other references to drinks. So I'm just going to say, I don't know why this was trending. Maybe some other people could tell me why. Covered as much as I can. Don't see why I need to cover it. Newbies, please stay away from this. Just stay away. Anybody got any news on it, hit me up, but I'm going to the next. See ya. Okay, guys, the next stock we have is BYSI. BYSI, Beyond Spring Incorporated. Last tick was $2.22. Going to the chart, looks like now you're starting to see resistance popping up in December. It's over $2. It's great because with the markets tumbling last week, it is what it is. That's why we had to start the show the way we had to start the show, because there was not too many good news, only on certain sectors. Beyond Springs Incorporated engages in the development of commercialization of immuno-oncology cancer therapies to improve clinical outcomes for patients for having an unmet medical needs. It operates through PRC U.S. geographical segments. Company was founded by Lan Huang and Lin Qing, Jia 2010, and is headquartered in New York. So going on to Global News Wire, we have Beyond Spring presents positive data with plinabulin for prevention of doxil-induced neutropenia in patients with non-small cell lung cancer and breast cancer at 3 medical conferences. As you guys can notice a theme happening, you're seeing a lot of the biopharmaceuticals show up because the economy is drastically crapping out bad. Some of you are in denial of that. Go back to the beginning of the show and look at the charts, and I bring the receipts so you can make a decision for yourself. So they're in a clinical stage development of biopharmaceutical company focused on development of innovative cancer therapies. Today announced the data from ESMO Asia Congress 2022, American Society for Hematology, and annual meeting about the lead asset plinabulin for prevention of doxil-induced neutropenia, a small cell lung cancer patients. In addition, the data was presented for plinabulin for prevention of doxil-induced neutropenia in breast cancer. The analysis in the NSCLC studies support the efficacy of plinabulin as a monotherapy in reducing the mean of duration of severe neutropenia. One benefit for patients receiving doxil plinabulin compared to patients not receiving plinabulin for 2 independent randomized trials. It can be used for causes of life-threatening infections, cancer patients, current standard of care, prophylactic treatment of GCSF in high-risk patients and limitations. The administration is 24 hours following chemotherapy, and patients can experience post-treatment for bone pain, mild reduction, and platelet count and decline of quality of life. Okay, guys, so going on to stock twits, because that's where the real traders are at. We have the flying trade that said we're considerably oversold on the daily, so please don't be disheartened if we see a day of red tomorrow. Falling 273% this week, it's fair to say that BYSI is probably due to a cool down, but equally could be a nice green break for the next 2.5. Yep, that all depends on any other news breaks and the fact that hopefully with upcoming market downturns, I'm sure it hopefully shall survive the upcoming market breaks. Some of you want to believe in a lot of this stuff, that it's a fairy tale, but you'll just have to wait and see. The best is yet to come. The Flying Tradesman says this morning that he honestly feels Friday's volume included a decent amount of short covering. Yes, Flying Tradesman, this did show up on a promotion list, just to give you a heads up. All the pump and dumpers were talking about it, so you are correct. That's because this isn't a squeeze play, it's a fundamental catalyst. Squeeze, no squeeze. This is destined for greatness. Don't distract from the squeeze. Yeah, I would say so on that. Looks like a decent play. It's just, the pumps have to get their jumps and everything else, and they have to pass out for Skilo Friday. Team Bullish says, if you're really serious about change, sometimes go and have to go through uncomfortable situations. So stop dodging the process and commit. There you have it. He always has his little good outlook for the day. And Saturday Night Serious, Scan 8 says, no, bank fraud did not kill himself. Let's see here. What else we got? It's definitely a good play. This is from Diogesis. Mr. Number 1 week gainer. Great reversal from low. What else we got here? Stocks are dropping except for bonds and didn't average